Welcome, guys. So we are live for today's Thursday live. I hope you guys can hear me, right? So if you can hear me, just let me know in the comment section. Just say just type yes, Jude. I can hear you. Just type yes if you can hear me. So let me see you type in the comments in the comment section. I can hear you. Type that if you can hear me. Okay, great. Um, some persons can hear me and people are on the line. It's great. Okay, great. So now, we are having an awesome presentation today, and we have the CEO of Pieme here with us. So before we get started, just let me know in the comment section, just wherever you are listening to this presentation from, just type the city you are listening from, right? If you are outside Nigeria, just type the city and the country. Okay, teams is from Lagos. We have some persons from India, from Abeokuta, Lagos, Abuja, Jos, Kampala, Uganda, Port Harcourt, Nigeria, Benin City, Nigeria, Shagamu, Ogun State, that is Nigeria, Maiduguri, wow, Maiduguri, Nigeria, Delta State, Nasarawa, Benin City, yeah. So more people start coming online, and yeah, Samuel King, Michael Enechi from Port Harcourt, Nasarawa. So I can see a lot of Lagos. I can see a lot of Port Harcourt. We'll have some persons from, yeah, a lot of Lagos, yeah. Some persons from Ghana, that is great. So we'll have Ghanaians joining us. Kano, Ondo, Owerri, yeah. Cameroon, wow. So we'll have some persons listening from Cameroon. Jos. I can see, I see quite a number of persons from Jos, which is great. And Cameroon too, impressive. From Oka, Delta State. Mike from Kenya, wow, okay, great. So we're having Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda. We have other persons from Ghana, Cameroon. So I think this project is going to interest everybody from these countries, because the idea is to reach countries. So we even have it from London, Halidu. That is Congo, DRC Congo, yeah? On China number. I hope you guys are ready. Yeah, from Russia. We have St. Petersburg from Russia. Samuel King. Wow. Okay, great. So I'm going to do some introduction now so we can get started. So guys, we had a little technical issue and we can now start. So joining me in this presentation, we have George, who is the CEO of Pieme. All right. So George, can you turn your camera on so they can see you? Hello, Josh. Can you have your camera on a little so you can be seen? And we also have okay, Josh, are you there? Just say hi. Okay, while George is getting that done, this is Mr. Paul. So Mr. Paul is an advisor to the Pieme project, and he's here in Nigeria. So say hi, so we can just get started with the presentation.
Hi guys, so nice to be on the live show tonight.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Now, what we're going to do now, while we wait for Joe, I don't know if he's having maybe network issues or something, but we'll get to that later. So what I would do is to start this presentation, and I'm going to show you how it is going to go. I'm going to show you how this is going to go. So what I will do now is to share my screen. So we can get started. Screen. So guys, we can get started. I'll be sharing my screen now. Um, so if you can see the screen, just let me know in the comment section that you can see the screen. How we're going to do this is this, right? This is a project or a coin that I believe that is set for 10x or even to 50x in a very short time. So how we're going to do is that we're going to look at the fundamentals of this project. We're going to look at the fundamentals. Then we're going to take look at how to take part in the pre-sale of the project, and we will do the giveaway and the airdrop. This is what we're going to cover this night. So pay great attention to this because you are going to learn a lot from this. So if we start with the fundamentals, there are some things I look at in fundamentals, right? I look at before I invest in any project. I look at four key things. I look at the project and the utility of the project. Then I look at the tokenomics of that project. I look at the markets and the marketing, right? Is there a market for it? And is the marketing great? Then I look at the team. How credible is the team? Are they to execute this project? So what you learn from this presentation are these two things. One, you will learn about a project called Pieme, and you also learn how to conduct fundamentals yourself. You don't have to do that. So I'm going to be giving you a lot of insights that you can actually use in other projects. So let's start with the utility of the project. Now the project is called Pieme, and the token ticker is Pi. Now you guys know Airbnb, right? So you have a house and you have maybe a room available in your house. And with Airbnb, what you can do is to use that, turn that room or space you have in your house that you're not using into a hotel space, right? So somebody in a particular town can come, sees the house listed on Airbnb, book it, comes there and sleep, and pays you. So you're using the space you have in your house as a hotel, and you make money from it. Another business model like this is the boat, right? Boats is you're turning your private car into business. I know a lot of persons actually doing this, right? They have a private car. Maybe they lost their job or they feel it's actually lucrative. They sign up to boats, then they start driving around town. People can order them. They go to their house. They deliver the person. They take the person to wherever he wants to go to, right? And they make a lot of income from it. And the user the users love it because they have the it is comfortable. They have that comfort, and it saves them the hassle of jumping public transportation. Other businesses like Uber in the transportation business includes Lyft and Air and Bolt. Now, what if, right? What if we could bring this business model to the kitchen? What if you can turn your private kitchen into a restaurant? Now, what I mean is this: what if you can actually cook food in your house, you know, upload it into this app, people anywhere can order this food, and you have it delivered to them and they eat it, right? So you have a good kitchen, you know how to prepare meal, you upload the music and prepare into this platform, and people can order it and eat. And what if maybe you're like me, that don't cook all the time, and you have a particular food you want to eat and you can't find it in the restaurant around you, right? You can just open your app and just look through a lot of food choices and order it and have it delivered to your house. Now, this is what Pieme is actually bringing to the table. So the mission here is to enable people to find authentic home cooked dishes, cater for events, and host meals while engaging in culinary cultural experience. The project wants to help people share local news, experiences, and cultural nuances, and connect in both private and group conversations. So this, you can see three things from here. You can see food here mentioned here. You can see community building here. Then you can see interaction. This is the perfect trifecta for a successful business model. So Pieme is actually doing three things in one, right? And the vision is Pieme aims to become the world home for authentic, traditional, home cooked food to engage 90% of the population in growing economies. So, if you look at the market size of this business, let's look at the market size. Is this business actually possible? Is there a market for it? Now, if you look at the restaurant business, as of 2020, it is a $1.2 trillion business, right? And it's projected to be $1.7 trillion business by 2027. And if you look at the delivery business, food delivery is projected to be a $154 billion business by 2023. In Nigeria alone, this is a $675 million business in Nigeria. That is food delivery business. Again, this is online food delivery business. Okay. In South Africa, the projection is $887 million. Now, what Pieme aim? The Pieme aims to capture just 1% of this market. If Pieme captures 1% of this market, it has already met, and the project, it is already over 10x. Now, if you look at the features of Pieme, all right, you have like four different sections. You have the host section, the section, the pie section, the rating, and the review section. If the host section is where a host, say you want to prepare a meal, you can decide to what you have the skill to cook for cooking, right? And you're in your house and you feel you can do this thing. You can actually cook meals. You can register with the Pieme app. Once you're accepted, you can cook a meal, right? Or you present the meals you can cook. Then you cook this meal and deliver to the person through a dispatch rider. And you can also do what they call event hosting. If you have a lot of persons following you on the app, you can organize an event, cook a meal, then people can come to your location to eat this meal and they pay you. Excuse me. So the next section is a guest section. Say you're a guest, you want to you flip you don't see that portion. This is what they call okwa, right? Which is really really hard to come by. You don't see it anywhere, and you can actually go to this app and see someone that actually prepares it around you. Then what do? You order this food, you order the food, and they cook it for you, and they have it delivered to your house. Or you can actually create your own menu. Some persons don't like things, some certain things put in their own food. You can create your own menu, and a lot of hosts can actually come to you and say, okay, I can cook this thing. You choose one of them, they cook the food, and they deliver it to you, or you go to that location to eat it. So this is actually a great business. It also has a chat section. In this chat section, you can communicate. You can communicate with the host. The host and the guest can communicate. You can have private conversation. You can have group conversations. You can actually interact in the chat section. You have the pie section, and this is a primary section of Pieme. Users are exposed to content posted by other Piemates they follow. This can be news, thoughts on food, and event experiences from previous hosts. Primates can choose to like, comment, or even share posts that we call pies on the timeline, on their timelines or third-party applications. So this is also a social app. You now have the rating and the reviews. So here, um, if you have actually eaten food from somebody, you can actually rate the person's food, right? And you can also get rated as a guest. So the guest can rate, the host can rate. So before you actually go ahead to actually buy or make an order from someone, you have actually gone ahead to you have a lot of reviews and rating. So you guys your choices. And anybody you order from, you can actually follow that person and eat more meal from the person. So this is the pie me this is the different section of the pie. So is this business, the pie business is not just new, it is already a successfully working model. Look at this. The Shisha Finance, Shisha Foundry, they have seen this and they are so interested that they have partnered with Pieme. Pieme, the app now, is actually live on Apple iOS and Google Play Store. It has over 10,000 downloads just on Android alone. Um, it has over 200 200 locals ready to host. It has partnered with an Entebbe city and partnered with other with African blockchain. It has over 15,000 meals delivered on the app already. So this is not as if it just new. It is already a working model. Now in Kenya, over 50 restaurants have registered for the final beta testing with the Pieme in Nairobi, Kenya. So even restaurants are anticipating this project to use it. So it's already a working model. What the team wants to do is two things. The team wants to what? One, tokenize the project, right? Bring the project to the blockchain, make it easily accessible for everyone to actually invest in. And the two is to expand to other countries, including Nigeria, Tanzania, India, Kenya, and so many other countries. This is what the Pi team now want to do. Now, we have talked about the project itself. Mind you, I'm just giving you more like I'm not giving you the whole thing. There's still lots. And maybe at the end we'll leave a link to the white paper. You can visit their site to learn a lot more. But this is just a few of what the project is about. Now, the second thing I want us to look at is we're looking at the fundamentals now, right? The second thing I want us to look at is the tokenomics, right? So, Pieme, the name of the app is the name of the platform is Pieme, and the token ticker is Pi. Total number of tokens is 100 million pies, and this will be hosted on the Binance Smart Chain. The utility, what is the token going to be used for? It's going to be used for ordering food, purchasing event tickets, advertisements, food donation, governance, because by holding the PI, you can actually take part in decision making, which I'm going to get to really, really soon. Now, look at these key performances. Pieme, Pi, Pieme wants to what? Wants the project wants to get to in the next 12 months, right? The next 12 months. Their goal is to reach over about $1 million in revenue. To do this, if they reach 1 million downloads, onboard 10,000 plus posts, have a vibrant community, they can, and all of this, they can easily reach over $1 million in revenue. So, to be able to do this, right? That is, expand to other countries, right? And expand to other countries and generate at least $1 million in revenue within the next 12 months. It means that they want to actually raise 2,324 million, 2,324 thousand US dollars. That is what is to be raised, and they're going to raise this by selling 29% of this token. This is where I show you how to actually get into this project really, really soon. So for the 29% of the token they want to sell, 12% is going to be sold in the seed round. This is done, and this is what they want to raise. And those that buy here have a vesting period, 2 months cliff from the token generation event, and 24 months linear daily vesting. In other words, those that bought at this round can actually dump this token. It's going to take them about 24 months for them to get all their tokens. Then you have the private sale, which 15.5% of this token is going to be sold in this round. And this is the amount that is intended to be raised. And it's going to have 1 month cliff from TGE and 12 months linear daily vesting. So this is where I want to be able to get you guys into, right? And after this, we have the public sale. Only 1% will be sold, and it will be unlocked right away. $150,000 is what is meant to be raised from this round. So 29% of the token is meant to be sold. What will happen to the remaining 71%? Partners are going to get 15%, platform reward 10%, liquidity 1%, liquidity mining 10%, marketing and development 10%, 10% to be reserved. The team get 9%, and advisors get 6%. These all have a vesting period ranging from 24 months to 36 months. The only one unlocked is the liquidity, right? Liquidity, which the $150,000 raised, and this 1% here is going to be locked on PancakeSwap for liquidity. And liquidity mining is more like to reward those who actually continue to provide liquidity on the platform. So why all this vesting? When I mentioned I've mentioned vesting here, I mentioned vesting here. Why this vesting? I'm going to get back to this, but let's look at the fund generated from the sales of the coin and the revenue generated from the app. How will the fund from the sale and the revenue from the app be used? We'll look at that. So the question now is, how will the 2 million plus generated from the sales of the token be used? It will be used this way. 5% is going to be reserved. Then 10% is for all the legal requirements, that is registration in different countries like Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Tanzania, India, and other countries the platform is going to expand into. This will take care of the registrations and all the legal requirements. Then 10% of this $2 million plus will be used for listing on centralized exchanges and market making. Then operation will take 20%, that is payments of employee staff, daily operation, logistics, and all of that. Then 55% is going for marketing, branding, and marketing. You guys know projects like this requires a lot of marketing, right? Different types of marketing, which we will get into. So most of the money, 55% of the money generated from here is going straight to marketing. Now, how will the revenue from the app be used? Now, I said earlier that the goal is that within the next 12 months, the Pieme team wants to generate about $1 million plus in revenue from people using the app. This revenue is going to be generated in two ways. Advertisement. Since Pieme is not only, I mentioned three things. I mentioned that is food, I mentioned community sharing community, and I mentioned communication, right? So it is also a social platform. So there will be adverts on this platform. So the way you communicate on Facebook, the way you communicate, you share content, the way you communicate on Twitter, the way you follow people on this other platform, you can do the same thing here. So, and there will be adverts. So the platform is going to generate money from adverts on this platform, just the way Facebook and Twitter makes money. Then transaction fee. Pieme will charge 5% on meal order and event ticket purchase from the Pieme app. So when somebody you order a meal, Pieme is taking just 5% of it. Platform like both actually take like 20% if you have used both. So this is just 5%. So revenue, the goal is to generate up to $1 million from here within the next 12 months. And this is how it is going to be used. Mind you, I said earlier that the online business, food delivery business in Nigeria, as a 2021 is 675 million. Just 1% of this market. This target is over. It passed. So how, if you are a host on the app, that is, if you cook food and people order that food, and you accept Pi, which is the coin, you accept it. You accept payments in Pi, you will be rewarded 10%. Everyone that accepts will be rewarded 10% of the revenue generated in proportion to what they generate from the app. So this is a reward for those for the host that are generating this revenue. Then stakers, if you are holding the coin, you can actually stake this coin, and all the revenue generated, you get that, will be shared, will be distributed to the stakers. 30% will be distributed to all the stakers. Then liquidity. So 20% is going to be used to provide liquidity. Mind you, when the project launches, instant market cap is $150,000 because that is what is generated from the public sale. Now you can now provide liquidity, and you will earn 20% in reward from what the revenue generated from the Pieme app. Then 40%, this will continue until we reach about $10 million in liquidity. After then, the community will decide what the 20% is going to be used for. And the 40% is going to be used to buy back and burn, right? So 40% of all the revenue generated will be used to buy the Pi token from the market and burned until 40% of all the suppliers, that is 40% of the 100 million Pi, is all burnt, leaving the total supply now at worth $60 million. Guys, this is fantastic. Again, I say, why vesting? Vesting is actually really vesting that the Pi team is introducing is actually of interest to both the stability and the health of the token and also to investors investing. So the idea is before investors start getting all their Pi token and want to now start selling it to actually maybe want to sell it, right? It means that the project is already working within that 12 months and generating revenue to buy this token, which is very, really, really healthy. And I was impressed with what the team has done here. So that is why the vesting here. It is for the benefit of investors, it's for the benefit of the ecosystem and everybody interested. So what I'm saying here is I'm actually talking majorly on the utility. So utility of the token. I've not actually gone into speculation because you have every token have what they call the speculation phase when the token just moves up. Excuse me. So every token have the speculation phase when the token just moves up, and you also have the utility phase when it is actually in use and it is actually generated. So it is amazing that this token or this team is trying to actually solve the zero sum game. So it's not as if somebody is trying to get money out of the thin air. People are actually getting value, and money is made physically, not imaginary. It's not abstract. You can see the money being made, right? And this money is what is giving value to the holders of this token. Now let's look at the marketing or the marketing and marketing. Now I've spoken with a lot of people in Nigeria here, right? And they can't wait to actually start using this platform. Me personally, when I heard about the Pi token, I can't wait because sometimes I want to eat a particular meal, then I go to here we have Kilimanjaro and Genesis and there's one close to my house, Bonju. But sometimes you go there, you wouldn't know what to eat because man, you're tired of things that you're seeing there. So what if I want to eat my local dish and I sit on the app and I order it from the convenience of my house, right? And I get into my house. So the market is already there. And this, I was speaking with a friend that the wife traveled, and the wife had to call somebody, and the person prepared the meal and brought it to his house. So this business is actually existing in microforms. So Pieme, the platform, is coming to consolidate all this, right? And so I've spoken to a lot of people, and you can't wait to use this platform. So the market is there. Now, what is the marketing strategy if the market is already there? Again, food delivery business stands at $675 million in Nigeria and $871 million in South Africa as of 2021. If Pieme can only capture 1% of this market, the above is overachieved. And I believe that over 1% is going to be captured. So the marketing plan, which 55% of the token generated is going to be used for, includes marketing on TV and radio, events, influencer marketing, rewards, right? You have competitions, social media, promotional offer, partnership, another referral is going to be there. So these are the ways the team is ready to come and actually spend this particular money to give value to those that purchase the token. So guys, you guys again, I would say you guys are actually really, really fortunate to be here right now because I'm getting you that deal to invest in the private sale. Most platform most platform that for this kind of project on most platform, you have to go through Launchpad. And Launchpad, you guys know, requires you to go and buy another token, right? And stake it somewhere before you're given the opportunity to invest in this other token. But through this channel or through this community, you can actually get onto Pieme. So I believe you actually learned a lot. And the next thing we're going to talk about is the team. And I actually have the CEO of Pieme here, His name is Kainja Josh. He's here right now to actually talk about the team. So he's going to tell us why, how the team, do they have the capacity and the capability to actually carry out this project. Then after then, we'll look at how to actually participate in the pre-sale. Then you guys can just bring in your question, ask all the question you want to ask, and he's here to actually take all those questions. So, Mr. Kinder, I have you right now. So please, um, you have the floor. Tell us about the project Pieme. Tell us if the team have the capacity to actually carry this out. So you have the floor.
All right. Thanks, Jude. Can you hear me very well? Jude, are you able to hear me very well?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you fine. I can hear you very well.
All right. Thank you very much. And I'm really very excited working with you, man. You're really amazing. Paul has done a very good job. We've been pushing together this, and it's really very, very exciting. I really want to share briefly our journey and something that really inspired us to build this project. In 2018, I moved to Nairobi, had a trip with my friend, my co-founder is John. And during our stay in Nairobi, we wanted to try their authentic local dishes. They have this that they call skumawiki, ugali, and nyama choma. Ugali in my country in Uganda, we call it posho. Skumawiki, they are green foods. Nyama choma is roasted meat. Now, the crypto industry is really exciting. We had made some good money from the bull run. That was 2017, 2018. And we decided to give ourselves the holiday. When you're in a new place, you will bear my witness, those who have been traveling, you will hardly connect with the local population in the most traditional way. Platforms like Facebook have really tried very much to connect the world together. But when you move in a new place, it's when you understand that you really don't have the connections that you need with this local population. So we tried to get this local food, but unfortunately, we couldn't get it because we were more in high-end restaurants, and we didn't get the opportunity. Now, having gone through that experience, we sat down and agreed to build a platform that would help the local population be able to turn their homes into part-time restaurants or event places. A platform that would help us find authentic local food from the locals themselves without necessarily going to the restaurants. The biggest question that John had, and of course it was in my mind, was will people really feel comfortable um, sharing their homes? But at the same time, we had booked an apartment with Airbnb and were literally sleeping in someone's bedroom. So definitely, if people are open to sharing their bedrooms, I think the last thing they're going to worry about is the dining table and the compound. So we decided to build up the platform. We had the crypto background, blockchain background, and we wanted to leave the platform purely decentralized and peer-to-peer. That was a reason enough for us to think of creating a cryptocurrency, that's Pi token, that would exclusively be used on this platform by guests to order food, book event tickets, and then also for brands reaching out to our audience to advertise with us. And yeah, we started building this. We've been building Pieme since 2018. And this brings me back to your question of is the team competent enough to lead this project? The team is more than competent because it's been building this since 2018, self-funded without being pushed by anyone. What drives us is the courage, the love, the passion to decentralize the food system, the restaurant, entirely the restaurant industry. We have already a working product that is really already in the market with over 10,000 people in our beta testing. We have a very good legal team because the biggest question was how do we protect the platform? How do we protect our users? So we've made sure we do everything in the right way. We're making sure we follow individual country local laws before we can actually establish them. So the team is very competent. The team has really worked so hard. However, this said, this team that we are talking about is also competent in a way that it has identified the right partners, the right advisors. Let's look at Paul. You all know Paul, those who are from Nigeria. He has a very great track record and he has really done an amazing job to bring this project to life. Let's look at the team from Shisha Finance, Mr. Saeed Haribaldimaki, who is currently the managing director of Casper Labs in the MENA region. We look at people like Apollo Nathan. He's actually Nigerian, Australian gentleman. He has a very amazing experience in traditional finance. We look at Jay Ramadan. He's an amazing gentleman. We have Muhammad, who is a UAE-based businessman. So all the people around the project, they have a good track record. They've done amazing projects. We all have experience in cryptocurrencies, and we know what we want. Now, don't take it for what I'm saying. Let's look at what has already been done. We've all been into the crypto space for quite some time. How many projects do we land on with working products, with user experience, in position to generate revenue, and they're still in their seed private round? Our main focus was not to pitch investors an idea. Our main focus was to pitch investors a working product, so that even yourself, before you invest in any project in this project, you can first look at the very problems that you're going through. And then, besides the team, we are also building a very strong, reliable community. The community is the most important section of the project. I'll give an example of Bitcoin that we all praise and follow the footsteps. We don't know the team that is behind Bitcoin. Bitcoin has not survived because of its team. Bitcoin has survived all the dynamics because of the strong community that has been standing behind it. We are building Pieme to become a usable product for Pi token and leave it to the community to decide its fate and how things should really run. It's not about Joshua, it's not about Paul, it's not about anyone. It's about the community. If the community is strong, regardless of our existence, this project will survive any kind of threat. We just have to stand together and bring it to life. Once you invest in this project, you own it. You're part of the team, you're part of us. So to respond to that, that's the easiest way I can help people understand that the team is competent, the team is bringing on board competent advisors, and the team is looking at having a competent community that can push and project and promote the project. Every account created on Pieme is value added on the token. We are building it on real life business model. We don't want to build something that is going to be based on speculation. At least each one of us here spends $1 daily to find food. So it's just very simple. Let's find food on Pieme. Let's have more restaurants, more individuals hosting. Let's help those young people, those young girls and young boys who can earn a living from this to make some extra income. When they make the money, definitely the project is successful because they're going to accept Pi token as a mode of payment. To clarify something that you talked about, our target is not to generate $950,000 in a year. We want to generate more than $1 million in every month. We're going to make some adjustments there. We're looking at generating $950,000 plus every single month. And then when we generate this revenue, where does it go? We are giving it back to the community. We're trying to make sure we encourage each and every individual host to accept Pi token as their mode of payment. So let's say we have generated $1 million. 10%, which is $100,000, will straight away go to the hosts who have been accepting Pi token directly as a mode of payment. Whether they are 10, whether they are 5, whether 100, it will be distributed to them. This is something that will trigger interest that will force more hosts to accept Pi token, and we shall have a very vibrant token on the market. We shall definitely claim our rightful position. 30% is going to be put into the staking pool to reward those who are staking. We're going to put 20% into liquidity so that we have at least a minimum of $10 million within a very short period of time. Then the 40% is going to be used to buy back the tokens from the market on the public exchange market price, and then banned permanently. We have to work on reducing the supply and work more on the demand so that the token value can go high. That's our ultimate goal. So having said all this, I really appreciate those who have been able to invest in this project, who have shown interest and are trying very hard to push it out. Let's invest, but let's not stop at that. Let's also push Pieme. Pieme has 4 sections that Jude already talked about. We look at the Pi section, for example. The content that we are going to support on Pieme, on the Pi section, is purely food related. We've added recipes there. This feature should be available by end of next week for public testing. We are testing it internally, in that if I find a recipe or want to learn how to prepare something, I should be able to find it on the Pi section. People are going to be adding their recipes. Later on, we're going to allow people to make some money from there, in that if they add their recipes, they can charge a small fee whenever people want to check them out. It's something that we are working in the back that is going to be brought up. We have tipping functionality. You can look through someone's recipe or course, and then you easily tip them if you're interested in that content, or the content I've been giving you is helpful. So all these features are working internally. We're testing them out. I'm seeing some few questions. Is the project based in Africa? No. The project is global. We are building a global product. We already have partners in India. We already have onboarded Sanofi. It's based in Asia to market Pieme in China and Southeast Asia. We are working with Shisha Finance, which is based in Abu Dhabi. They are also helping us push the project. The project is global, but its roots are here in Africa, and we are very proud of this. So anyone, anywhere is going to use Pieme as a social food platform. Where can the community connect? The community is connecting in our Telegram group. You can also go on Twitter, follow us, go to Pieme itself, the social platform. We are also there. We keep updating people. There is a question: has any member of your team handled any other business that actually works well? Very many projects have been handled by our teams. They have all a successful track record. You can go and check out different projects. Jude, are you taking them up, or I proceed responding to these questions that are coming up?
You're doing really great. I think you just continue.
All right. Please, who takes care of the logistics? The logistics is handled by Pitech Limited. Let's go on with another question. Jude, did you have any questions before? Wow. So can I be able to give tutorials to people for Pieme? Yes, you can do that very, very well. Jude is going to take you through the giveaway that we are going to have, so that we can have as much content as possible. When is the ICO? We're not going to do an ICO. We're already doing a private sale round. After the private round, we're going to have the initial decentralized offering. And we are exploring 2 options. This is for the private investors. I think it's really going to excite you guys. We are looking at a new way of raising the public round, the initial decentralized offering, which is coming after the private round. Now, initially, on other platforms, you'll say you want to raise maybe $150,000. So you've dictated the price. That's it. You can't go beyond that. Now, for us, instead, what we are doing, we are working with, we are looking into launching on Polygon, where the community decides the value of the token. Our soft cap is going to be $150,000, but we can let people go beyond $150,000. So if, let's say, the demand has gone from $150,000 to $400,000, we shall take all the money. It will mean that the actual value of the token is $0.4 I don't know whether Jude, you're getting the point.
Come again. I think I missed it.
All right. We are supposed to raise $150,000 for the public round, right? For the initial
Yes.
decentralized offering. But we are going to work, we are considering working with Polygon, where the market, where the demand determines how much should be raised, but the minimum not going below 150, implying that if we go below 150,000, the funds that it will have failed and the funds will be reimbursed back to the investors. But if we raise more than $150,000, and maybe let's say we raised 500, the demand, people who want to buy, they have staked in $500,000. All the
Yes.
funds will be taken in and used for liquidity. It will mean that based on the demand, the value of the token is now $0.5, not $0.15. And you who
Yes.
invested in the private round, your start market price will actually be 0.5 and not 0.15, which is almost 10 times,
Yes.
5 times your initial investment. So it's really a very exciting model where the community decides the actual value of the token, just like it would happen. So these are options that we're exploring. But of course, for us to achieve all this, we need the backup of a community. We need to have a very strong, vibrant community that is going to defend this project. This one is saying, please, when will our token reflect on our trust wallet? Wow. We're in the private round. Immediately after the private round, we're going for initial decentralized offering. And immediately after that, your tokens will be sent. That's why in the form, we keep on requesting you to submit in your trust wallet, BEP20 wallet address, so that we shall just send you your tokens based on how much you invested.
And one thing I like about this is that the community actually has a say in the project, right? They can actually
100%.
decide on a lot of things, which is
Yeah,
actually
sure.
fantastic.
You
So the
see,
Telegram link, okay,
it's not about me or you or any other person. This is way beyond me. When I step out of my house and I'm moving to office, there are a lot of things that I find on the way. I find a lot of poverty, broken infrastructure, poor education system, hungry children. Now, in building Pieme, we looked at how can we bring blockchain in our real life. We have a lot of food in our countries, you bear me witness. We receive the biggest number of tourists in Africa here. How can our families actually make something extra on the food that we have at home? When someone travels from the US coming to Nigeria, Lagos, or coming to Uganda and Kampala, I don't think what they want to eat are the burgers. After all, they have better burgers. They want to try our local, authentic food that has been prepared at home. That's the experience these people really want to have. But remember, we don't have a platform that is dedicated on helping these local people offer food and make something extra. And this is the population that is unbanked that we are trying to bring onto crypto, into the crypto space. Guess how many they are? So if we can really help these people earn some extra money, and they're earning it in Pi token, we just have only 100 million tokens, and we are only having 1 million tokens in circulation. All the other majority of the tokens are locked for over 24 months, because that's our interest is not to dump them on the market. Our interest is to work out the usability and make sure that it can be used in each and every household. So all this brought together gives us the courage to keep on moving, knowing that we are building something that will not only benefit us financially, but something that is also going to transform people's lives over time. So there is a very huge market for this.
Another thing I like is the donation aspect of Pieme. So
Exactly.
people can actually make donations to the less privileged, if I should say this, and it will get them. All right, all the middlemen are cut out, and you can actually deliver food to some less privileged, those that need it will actually
Actually,
get it.
it's
I
just
think
not
that's fantastic.
it's not just about that. You see, this is what happens. You are in Lagos and I'm in Kampala. And I'm like, man, I'm going in a restaurant and you can buy me coffee of as little as $2. But How would you, in the first place, send it to me by Western Union or mobile money? If you look at the transaction fee that is involved, you'll find that you're paying double the price that you'd have paid. But what we're doing is, you'll be in Lagos, you can just sponsor me food. I just tag a restaurant that I'm going to, and then I send you a request, and you just approve the payment using your Pi tokens. And for us, we shall let this person receive their Ugandan shilling or whatever currency they want to receive. What we've done in Pieme, we've built and we have got an inbuilt exchange that is going to let people pay using Pi tokens. So if you pay using Pi tokens, it simply means, and this, let's say we're two people, you're the guest, you're the host, I'm the guest. I have Pi tokens, but you want Nigerian Naira. So me, who is having Pi tokens, and you who is receiving Nigerian Naira, when I place my order to buy food, I will pay using the tokens. But it simply means that I'm placing an order to sell my Pi tokens. All this is going to happen in the back. People don't have to know, because we're going to have a community that literally doesn't have crypto, but we want them to be immersed in this. So we shall exchange the tokens within seconds back in the back end, and the other person will receive their cash. But remember, we have our small transaction fee. So when this transaction fee is taken up, we receive it, and it's the one that we are going to be distributing. It's the money that we are collecting. Now, when we are collecting that, remember the advertisement fee is also coming in. So all those funds compiled together, we get them, and then we go and buy Pi token on the market at that very point. Now, once we buy these Pi tokens from the market, that's where we distribute. Immediately, 40% is burnt permanently. It will never come back. Then 10% of those tokens we give to the host, because we want these people to enjoy the platform. We want them to make extra money. Now, the traditional investors, traditional VCs, like I've been meeting quite a number of them, their question has always been the revenue you're generating. I tell them, okay, fine. Our main focus is not on generating the revenue, because even the revenue we're generating, we are giving it back to the community. But guess what? When we give it back to the community, the value of the token goes high. So if we had 10 million tokens that we are supposed to use for marketing and further app development, valued at $10 million, by giving back 1 million to the community, the value goes high by around 20%. So the 1 million has actually generated value of $20 million, which works now in favor of us. That's why we are giving back funds to the people, so that we can grow the project, we can expand its usability. And before you know it, everyone in Lagos, everyone in Kampala, everyone in Nairobi will be speaking Pieme. And that's why we have actually allocated the biggest percentage, 55%, to marketing. We're not going to take time for development. The project is already developed. It's working. It's super, super well. However, we keep on improving and making sure that we work on the performance so that users can get the best experience. By end of this month, we shall be launching, and people will have the best out of this.
I think this is really, really fantastic. There's a question that came in, said, how will it possible for someone that orders food while staying in Lagos and he wants to taste food from Kampala? Well, you have to go to Kampala to do that.
Okay, when you're in Lagos and you order food in Kampala, you're ordering it for another person who is in Kampala. Because if you're in Lagos and food is in Kampala, literally you can't eat that food.
Of course, you can't get that. Just like maybe I'll be the first to actually buy you food, John. I'll order food for you here using the platform. So
yeah,
John
you can
actually order for you here in Nigeria if he wants to.
Yeah. What's the next question?
Okay, we'll have listing date.
We are listing by end of this month, but of course, these dates are subject to how fast we push our fundraising. But so far, we are oversubscribed. We are very confident that by end of this month, we should be listing. We also have another investment meetup in Dubai next week, where we hope to close the private round, and we shall be going in for the public round. So those who want to take up the opportunity should really take it. I want the biggest share of these tokens to stay on the African continent, because I think globally we have the most exciting culture. We have diverse cultures. And then we have a lot of tribes. For example, in Nigeria, you have over 300 tribes, and every tribe has its own local food. So these are different dishes that I also want to try when I come to Lagos. I really want to try them out. So we just need to have these tokens stay.
Okay, awesome. So the question says, how can I start this journey? So there is a link in the description. You have the link to Pieme's Telegram group. You can go there and ask questions, and you get directions. Then for how to invest in the private round, I will also leave the link to the video, and I've done another video explaining the tokenomics, which will also come live after this particular video, right? So you can go there to get these timelines. Make sure that when you ask questions, you ask the admins, right? If somebody contacts you, be wary of that, because Telegram have a lot of scammers. So be sure that you ask questions in the group, and you can contact the admins directly. Make sure it's an admin you're contacting. Okay, so that's how you can get started.
So we are trying to make sure
So,
which exchanges do you intend to go public? Be very sure that PancakeSwap is the immediate exchange we are going to go to, followed by centralized exchanges. We are looking into KuCoin, Binance, and the list goes on. We want the best. What happened to investors' fund when the expected target is not reached during the pre-sale? Funds are refunded back to the investors. That's how it works. The question is answered, right? What is the prediction of the project for 1 year for $1,000? Well, we don't discuss prices. We are trying to make sure we give you the best. Expect the best from Pieme. We want to make sure at least within the first quarter, we can see how best we market and we start generating revenue. Expect anywhere between $500, $1 million revenue generation. We're going to achieve this. We know the market is there. The market is very big. The product is ready. And yeah, that will definitely translate into the token price. What I can respond to that too is our initial market cap is $150,000. If we hit or increase our market cap to 1.5 million, it will mean that we have gone 10 times, right? If we hit 15%, that's 100x, right? And we are looking at achieving the best. We want to claim our rightful position. Our focus is to be among the top 50 tokens within our first year. And it's very much achievable because we have the product, we have the community, and the demand is there.
Yeah, one thing I really like about this project is that it's not abstract. You can see it. It's actually something tangible, right? And the solution is actually wonderful because the Pi token makes it really, really easy for you to order food anywhere, for anyone, for yourself, and for anyone. And it makes it it's really fantastic, what you say. So it also takes out the middleman, right? That makes this food actually go up in price. So you still get food at very affordable prices, and it's home cooked, so it's not like industrially manufactured kind of food.
You see, what is also exciting on the side of the hosts. Hosts are charged anywhere between 20 to 30%, and that pushes them to also push the price of food high. Now, when you compare that with 5% commission on orders that are going through Pieme paid using Pi token, honestly speaking, we also see getting a good number of hosts jumping on board straight away, accepting Pi token, and of course, coupled with returns that we are giving them 10%. If we've made $10 million, they have $1 million to distribute to themselves. Guess what? Everyone will definitely want to be part of this. So the market is there. How do you make sure that whale buyers will not dump the coin on us? We have the vesting schedule. We have left the seed investors for 2 months without selling. They're not going to sell. And by the way, the seed investors are also providing liquidity. And then they have a 24-month linear vesting schedule. So their tokens are spread over. So there is no possibility of having whales dumping on you. And then we also made sure that we handpick investors who believe in the vision, investors who really want to protect this project. Otherwise, if it was just open for everyone, we would have fundraised these funds. It's very little money, long time ago. But we were handpicking investors, and they really have the right, we honestly have the right investors in the seed round. Let's look at the private investors you would dump on the public investors who have bought at around 0.2, $0.4. But we have also clipped you for a month and also spread it over 12 months. So, and we believe in the people who are introducing investors. Look at Jude; he has a very good track record. We were very, very keen on who we bring on board. Look at Paul, the history they have. We believe that the investors they are bringing on board are the right investors for the project. They are people who are going to defend it and protect it and build it together with a team.
So just take two more questions, then we'll just go to the next round.
That how do you intend to settle dispute between seller and buyer if occurred? All right, this is what happens. We have a conflict resolution center on Pieme, in that if you place your order and it's delayed, because the host has to show the average response time, average delivery time. Once that time elapses, we have a conflict resolution center where you raise your queries, and the Pieme team will definitely jump in straight away. We don't take even a minute, because we know that you've placed your order for food, you're hungry, and you need it within the next minute. So the conflict resolution center is provided. How will you verify the host initially to ensure safe food? We have a very strict verification process for hosts. Before you start hosting, we do verification. We have basic verification where someone will just submit in their ID, of course, proof of address and stuff like that. We also have the advanced verification where actually we go on ground and physically verify. So before you send your mail request, we show you the two badges. If someone has basic verification, you will definitely know. If they have advanced verification, you will also know. So we encourage our hosts to make sure that they go for advanced verification. Advanced verification will have a very small fee because it involves people moving to your premises. So you have to facilitate them. And the fee will depend on the distance where you are. If you're in Lagos and another one is in a very long place, we shall definitely find a way. But we have a very strict verification process. Do you have any physical office? Yes, we have physical offices in Uganda. We have in Kenya. We are also opening up in Dubai. We are opening in Nigeria by end of next month. We shall be in Nigeria.
Okay, great. So, Mr. Paul, do you want to say anything before we proceed to the? I know a lot of questions are still coming on actually. So we'll get back to the questions, but let us proceed to the airdrop, and if Mr. Paul have a word to add, he can do that. So Mr. Paul is one of the advisors of Pieme here in Nigeria.
Okay, thank you so much, Jude. Thank you, Josh, for answering a lot of questions. Guys, one of the things as the lead, when I led the community, that is the blockchain community of Nigeria, one key thing I kept telling them, the entire community and the entire member stakeholders in the ecosystem, is we must try as much as possible to bring in real use cases. Until we bring in real use cases to the playing field of cryptocurrency and blockchain, the adoption will still be lacking on the African continent. And what better real use case than what we do on a daily basis? Food. There is no day you don't eat. It is not possible except you're on a 30-day fast. But if you're not on a 30-day fast, you must eat on a daily basis. And imagine what it will be like where you have millions of people downloading the Pieme app, using it on a daily basis. That is huge. And if you look at, I don't want to go through all that has been explained because of time. Jude has done an excellent work. The only thing I want to revisit is the token economics. If you look at the token economics, it is beautiful, where you have just 100 million tokens. What will be going live when we list is very minimal, very, very minimal. Kainja will give us the figure. So at the end of the day, you will see a lot of utility around this token. And the moment we keep having utility, the value of the token will go up. And not just that, there's going to be mass adoption. People will get to, before people buy food, they would get to have some token. And that's also a big utility. Not just that, people come to understand that, oh, you mean I can eat food, buy food on this app, and still have a token. Man, this is for me, this is big. And I looked at Statista, the figures of Statista just came out. It is mind blowing how much people are going to spend this year on food and what was spent last year. It is almost trillions. In Africa, I'm not talking about outside Africa. In Africa, they are spending above $1 trillion on food. It is mind blowing. Sorry, yeah, across the world is about above $1 trillion on food, eating outside. So, guys, there's no in all fairness to everybody here, this is big, and we look forward to having a very very active community, a very active vendors, users of the app, and just let's just push it. And I believe strongly that everybody here tonight will, in a very short while, be very happy and be thanking Jude that this live show came your way. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Paul. So let us just go straight to the giveaway. Some persons are asking the group, the Telegram groups. We have them in the description for both Pieme and for the City Mastery group. So you can just join the. Make sure you go ahead, click it, and join the Telegram group. You really enjoy it. The app is already on Play Store and it's also on the iOS store. You can just go there, the app store. You can go there, click on it, register, and you are in. Start taking part in the action. I actually love the design of the app. It's so user friendly, and the colors are amazing. I was really impressed. All right. So I'm bringing on Mr. Alex. He
The
is
update, the
gonna.
update is going to be the update is going to excite you more. We've added in more features, like the recipe feature is exciting me so much because I've been reading a lot about the Nigerian food, and it's more like the food I have at home. There is no big difference. I just need to know
Really.
when Paul can add a recipe, and then I can be able to follow the guidelines, and I will still be able to achieve it on my side. It's really very exciting
Wow.
on my end.
Wow, amazing, amazing. So, um, I'm going to bring. So the Pi team is giving the community 10,000 Pi tokens, which is amazing. So thank you, George. Thank you, Mr. Paul. So I'll bring on Alex. Alex is going to help us to tell us how this will be distributed. So,
We
Mr.
also have
Alex,
one
so
more. We have one more giveaway we shall also announce from our side, but we can start with yours, and then we can
okay,
see.
okay, great, okay, great. So we are doing. Let me just bring on Mr. Alex. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm okay.
Okay, so
All right.
we are. It's gonna go this way. Maybe I'll just let you just go ahead and just go ahead, please.
Okay. I hope everyone can hear me. Yes, I'm ready. I'm okay. All right. So this is how the airdrop is going to go, right? So we are going to have three major tasks that we're going to perform in order to get this airdrop, right? So we're giving 10,000 Pi tokens, right? So now we're going to give 5,000 Pi tokens first to people that are going to create content about Pieme and share on social media, right? We're going to share on Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, whatever platform you're okay with, right? So just say something about Pieme, go to the app, experience it, and see what it's like. They say something nice about it, right? So when you do that, you're going to be a part of the people that are going to share from the 5,000 Pi tokens that you're going to get, right? Then the second task that you're going to perform is this one is for 3,000 Pi Me tokens, right? All you have to do is to join the Pi Me Twitter page and join the Pi Me Telegram group, right? You'll be among people that are going to share 3,000 Pi Me tokens. Then the third one is you refer your friends to the airdrop so they can also benefit from it like you too, right? So the top referrals for this airdrop, they are going to get 2,000 Pi tokens, right? So this is how it's going to go. We're actually going to post the link to the airdrop bot on our on City Mastery Telegram group, right? So by tomorrow, it's going to be live there. So you fill the form and everything, so we can get your information. Then you actually take part in the airdrop. So that's basically how the airdrop is going to go. If there's any
Okay,
confusion, you can.
let me just give it a little clarity. That is, for the content, you can have written content. Just let people know, or let us know what you know about Pieme, right? It can be written, it can be video, right? So if it's once you get up to 100 view, just you send us the link. Once you get up to 100 view, then you're qualified to actually share in the pool of that 5,000 tokens. So I think, Mr. Alice, I thought you have like a bot they are meant to fill. Isn't it ready?
No, it's not ready. By tomorrow morning to be ready.
Okay, just stay tuned. We'll also drop it here. Maybe I'll do a short about it, and it will also be live on our group. So you're gonna feel like we're gonna walk you through a Telegram bot, like where you actually see the links to join. Right? You also see how where to submit the link to the content you have created, and also where a link will be generated for you to share with your friends to also get them into. So we'll make it really easy for you. We're building a bot. I thought it was ready because I was reviewing it and I made some little adjustments, but it's not ready. So that is how you participate. By tomorrow morning, it should be on our group, and watch out for the video as well. I'm releasing the video on the Tokenomics. It's actually ready, but because of this webinar, to just shift it by maybe tomorrow morning we'll have it on. So I'm bringing it back, Josh. Maybe there's something you want to add.
Yeah, we are going to we have a trip to Dubai. We are going to have Jude with us. I had not told him that. It's fully funded by us. We are going to have Paul joining us as we strategize and plan for the Nigerian market. We want to come to Nigeria. Okay, generally the West African market. But we want to also invite 2 people from the community because they will have to represent all. However, for this, we are going to make it very competitive for the to identify the 2 people because we can't carry the whole community to Dubai for the meeting. We shall be around 8 people plus the other advisors in that side. So for someone to qualify, just refer a few people who are investing at least $1,000+ in our private round. Once you've referred them, of course, even you yourself, once you've referred them, you qualify to enter the draw. So those few names that shall be the names that are going to do that, we are going to bring them up together and we shall run a pool which will be public. Then the lucky 2 people are the ones that we shall ask to join us. So I think you've understood what I'm saying. You can
Yeah, so
explain
let me reiterate. let me reiterate. So 2 persons should be qualified to actually go to Dubai, and the way you do this is by referring people to buy at the private round. And if they buy $1,000 worth of a token and above, then you are qualified for the pool, right? So the way you do that is that particular form, you will see where it is written. Who referred you, just put the person will put your name there. If they invest up to $1,000, then if you guys are more than 2, then the pool will be run to select the 2 persons that will actually go to. So it's like a free ticket to Dubai. All right, all expenses.
Actually, it's fully funded. Accommodation in a 5-star hotel, air ticket, return. Yeah, everything, food and everything, touring, everything is going to be catered for by the Pieme team.
Wow, that is awesome. Thank you very much, George, for giving this to the community. I think it's time to sign out. Maybe last words, Mr. Paul. You have something to say? As last word.
I'm so elated and happy that this is coming to Nigeria. And I want to say thank you very much to the Pieme team for making Nigeria one of their strongest markets. And I must tell the community this is our thing. Ugandans are brothers, Africans, we are all same, and we all share. When I look at the foods they are offering, actually, some of them very close to the ones I eat at home. So this is our thing. Let us push this. Let us own this, and let's push this beyond the market. And I believe everybody will benefit from there, from the vendors, the institutions, the users, and those who are eating. Thank you guys, and do have a beautiful night.
Thank you, Mr. Paul. George, last word. So
All
just
right, thanks, guys. We are building up something for the world. We believe we are going to touch very many lives. We believe we are going to change people's lives very, very much. Let's embrace it. Let's be part of it, and let's promote it. Don't end at investing. Let's promote it. If you don't promote, we shall fail. But if we push it out altogether, trust me, success is our way.
guys, this it's an opportunity that you don't see coming around any often like this. The project is fantastic. I really love it because like I said before, it's like solving the zero sum game. It's not like you're not getting money from the business is physical. The money is being generated, and that is what is rewarding investors in this particular platform. So it is an opportunity, and everyone should take maximum should take it, right? So that said, if you have any question, the Telegram groups are there. We are there to attend to any question you have. And that said, we'll see you in the next video. We'll see you in the next Thursday live. Or I can't wait to see those that are going to Dubai with me. Bye, bye, guys.